Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. So I've been playing this off camera for the last couple of days, and for the most part I've been enjoying the experience. As I said in my review video, there are no manual saves right now, and there is that Day 1 DLC, which I don't agree with at all. Partial win. Enough of us complained that there's no manual saves that they are now going to be introducing manual saves. In fact, as a stopgap for right now, they recently patched in where I think every 5 point of interest they're going to do an autosave. It's going to kick in more often. But that is just sort of a band-aid because they are going to at some point introduce manual saves. So that's good. So this is one of the reasons why I do what I do. Some of you might go, Vince, you complain too much, or Vince, you're too hard on the game. You know, you shouldn't be so negative. Without this kind of feedback, games cannot improve. So you have to be both receptive to positive and negative feedback. Anyway, let's jump into it. So as I said, I'm going to say 4, 5, 6 hours in, possibly longer because I pause on occasion. We're on Sector 6, and that sector is, I guess that chapter is titled Scorpion. And as you know, Scorpion is around the time that 7 of 9 starts to come on board. So let's go ahead and start this one together and see where it takes us. So far, I haven't lost anybody. Luckily. Luckily. Although I did have to save scum a couple of times because just crap hit the fan RNG-wise and I was pissed. Anyway, so here we are. As I mentioned, we're in Sector 6, and let's just go ahead and show you the state of things, just so we can kind of get an indication as to what's going on. I'm actually going to move my portrait over here so that you can kind of see this left-hand side. Behind me are just mouse prompts that I don't think you really need to worry about. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on the ship button. And I've loaded Voyager to bear. I added weapons. I added some weapons and some shields. I have 2 shield generators right now, and I'm working on getting a bigger one installed at some point. I'm really trying to focus on my combat so I can survive Borg encounters and so on and so forth. But I have 2 disruptor array control rooms. And what's cool about the disruptors is that they are pretty much... Their primary goal is to take down shields. This fires a pulse that deals high damage to shields but deals low damage against hull. Whereas the phasers are kind of like medium, like medium effectiveness against shields, medium effectiveness against hull. I've got disruptors that take down the shields, and then my phasers just ram right into the ship, take out weapons. So I keep my disruptors online, take down the shields as quickly as possible. This is just how I get rid of subsystems quickly. And then I've got 2 phaser arrays, I think. I've got phaser control room over here, and then I've got another one somewhere. Tuvok was manning one of them, but he and Kess right now are exploring Kess's telepathic abilities. As we know, Kess eventually does leave the ship around the same time that Jerry Ryan, or 7 of 9, sorry, comes in to take over as an ex-Borg. But anyway, so I thought I had 2 phaser control rooms. They're here somewhere. I also have 2 sick bays. One of them is offline. I built a second one because there was an event where there was some sickness on board, and I had to just sort of heal a bunch of people as quickly as possible because the disease kept spreading all over the ship. So I needed 2 different sick bays. Right now, no one is really sick, so I turned one of them off for right now. But yeah, 2 shield generators, 2 disruptors. I believe I have 2 phasers, I think. Phaser control room over there, and I could have sworn... Oh, here, phaser control room right here. Yeah, this one has damage to shields and hull at a moderate value. And then 2 shield generators. I'm hoping that's going to be enough. But I cleared out this section here, where I'm pretty much clearing it out, because it's my goal to add more stuff here. Let's see if I can find it. Combat. I'm looking for the shield. The metaphasic shield room. That's the one I want to add. And it looks like I should be able to add it fairly soon. Provides the ship with plus 80 deflector shields during combat, increases shield recharge rate by 10. However, it has a 2-room thing, so that's why I sort of cleared both the top and bottom to make room for it. Speaking of which, I also built a large hydroponics, which spans 2 decks as well. That's producing a lot of food, which is good because I keep having to switch between food, which is like regular food rations. If you go to the mess hall, there's normal food rations, which uses food. And then there's premium replicator rations, which use the deuterium, I think it is. Yeah. So I can keep it on normal food rations and not have to keep switching back and forth so much. And also that gives me more deuterium to warp around the system and do things without running out. But yeah, energy's getting kind of up there. I need to at some point, like it's 309 out of 320. I'm going to need more power. To upgrade to tier 5. I'm at tier 4 right now. That is going to require, let's see, I could do it. 180 duranium, 140 of this, what is that? Tritanium and 50 dilithium. Yeah, that's pretty much everything I have. I'm not going to do that until absolutely necessary. However, it's going to be soon because I only have 11 energy left. And I think if I want to install that metaphasic thing, does it tell me how much it is? Yeah, it costs 12 power. So if I were to install this, I wouldn't have the energy to run it. I have to turn off something else. So more than likely, I'm going to have to bite the bullet, make that upgrade. I just hope I don't need dilithium for a lot else. But yeah, I'm really tempted. I could install it and just turn it off. I could do that. And I'm full up on a lot of things. That's one thing to think about as you're playing this game. If you're full up, don't gather resources. They go to waste. So, I'm not afraid to spend in this game. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and put a metaphasic shield room here. That's going to take 9 cycles to build. Okay. And yeah, let's go ahead and just scan a little bit here. Okay, the main goal is down there. Oh, and in case you're wondering, I killed Tuvix. Yeah, that was in the last sector, I believe, where I had the choice to either let Tuvix live, that's the hybrid between Tuvok and Neelix, or you can separate them. However, I did gain an extra passenger, I guess, luckily. So I've got 2 Balanas right now. I've got Balana, the regular Balana, who is the Klingon human hybrid, and then I've got the Klingon only Balana. I don't know how that worked out the way it did, but now I've got 2 Balanas. So yeah, I mean, 2 engineers. I'll take it. Okay, so let's go ahead and head right to this. We are tasked with investigating Borg hunting entities. So we're going to this Borg cube debris field to see what's over here. And I'm tempted to turn this up slightly so you guys can actually hear it. Tractor beam level 2. Oh, let's go ahead and take a look at our tech tree. So one of the first things I try to get done quickly, under the science tree, there's the... Is it biolaboratory? No. Science lab level 2. This means that every turn I'm generating 1 science point. Well, typically with a science lab, it's 1 science point for every cycle. This upgrades science lab level 2. You research this. Now I'm producing 2 every turn. But don't forget, whenever you research something here, you have to go to the structure itself or the room itself, go to management, and then make the upgrade here. So right now this is science laboratory level 2. And I'm producing 2 science points per cycle. So if I hang around a system at the end of a chapter or whatever, or whenever I'm done with the main story in that sector, I hang around, generate a bunch of science, and start researching stuff to prepare myself for the next sector. That's what I've been doing anyway. But getting back to our research, I've got 28 points. There's not a whole lot I can do. A lot of these cost 70, 100. I've got the waste disassembler built. That pretty much gives me free deuterium or duranium every 10 cycles or so. Large hydroponics. This makes hydroponic base cheaper. So yeah, that's just the science tree. I've not even gotten to the Borg yet. I'm assuming that's going to be soon, though, considering that we're entering Season 3/Season 4 territory here, if you've ever watched the show. I do want to start pumping out more combat-related things, hull reinforcement. This one improves morale after every battle. So I'll be looking heavily at this, especially with the Borg coming up. All right, let's go ahead and get back to this here. Flying down. No way back? You will leave System 0 behind? No. Well, let's take a look at our sector first. Oh. So, oh, I guess we're over here? So I'm not exactly sure what that error message was. Blocked. Progress main story to unlock. So maybe we hang around here a little bit, gather materials, and then progress with the story. Maybe it's giving us a chance to do these things. So if that's the case, what do I need? Deuterium, I'm good. We are a little low on tritanium. Let's head over here and grab that. Metaphasic shield room is up and running. However, 309 still? I thought it would cost us power to run. What's up with that? If I switch it off, it's not using any energy? Weird. Well, I'm not going to argue with it. I'll leave it on for maybe a cycle. Let's go ahead and advance a cycle, maybe. No, that's weird. It's not counting as an energy consumption. Could be a bug. I'm not sure why. Use the tractor beam to consolidate the debris. 68 max. Sure. Yeah, we'll do that. This is all RNG. Yeah, I mean, nothing you can do about that, unfortunately. There's not a whole lot of... Yeah, there's just that. I still don't want to just leave. Let's go ahead and build as much as we can possibly build. Make use of it while we can. The question is, what would we build? I do want a cloaking device at some point. We are missing the technology. We also don't have 15 of those neuro gel packs. So that's going to be a problem. More disruptor arrays. Again, it's going to require more power that I probably don't have. Shield generators, I could do that, but I just built that other thing. More phasers. That's not terrible. Do I have room anywhere else? I could start building this out. Let's go ahead and start digging this stuff out. The downside is every time I dig out a room, it does add to my duranium, and that could cause a resource overflow situation. Let's pause that for a moment. Is there anything else I can construct while I'm here? Another hydroponics? I mean, my goal is never to want for food again. Another science laboratory might be an idea, only so that I can pump out more research points every turn. And I'm tempted to do that. Sure. Let's build another science laboratory. Can we put it somewhere? Oh, right here. Look at that. Put that right there. Another science lab. And then we'll upgrade it, and then we'll get 4 science points per turn. Technology, that's how we stay ahead of the game, ahead of the curve. Right now, our sector threat is 120 average for enemies, and then we're at 196. So I'm doing a fairly good job of staying ahead of the curve already, but the Borg, you know, I'm not messing with that Borg. All right, we're building that. We need another team. Okay, we're full up on hull strength, which means I can take away... I've got a team right now dedicated to fixing the ship hull. I can unassign them from hull repair here, and then put them back to disassembling these rooms. Okay. Let's head back here, and we'll just pass time. New trade offer received. I don't even do trades. But if you want to do trades, go into the ship. There's this Aero Shuttle bay. And I could trade 100... Actually, that's not terrible. If I had more duranium, I could do that. I could use that. Okay. Let's gather this, and then we'll trade. Ruined room. That should also get us some duranium. There we go. So we're at 121, which is enough to make this trade. We'll go ahead and hit trade. Great. And I'm guessing that's going to come in at some point. And let's go with, that's the safer. Yeah, 150, I guess. Nice. Oh, we got 10 science points too. That's nice. Okay. Now, it's weird. I don't see the tritanium here. I wonder if, like, it takes time for the trade to actually happen. Oh, 19 cycles remaining. So it's going to take time for the shuttle to bring that to and from. Okay. So we'll see 64, I guess, in 19 cycles. All right. We have 100 duranium, 170 duranium again. I'm tempted to build more cargo bays just so that we can hold more stuff. So maybe like one here, one here. Or we can start building them right here. Technology. Cargo bay. We don't have the large one yet, so I guess we'll do that. Put that in there. Science lab is ready to go. It still says 309. Maybe I'm not fully understanding this. Like, it's weird that these structures aren't counting toward this. Yeah, maybe I'm missing how that all works, because oh, there it goes. Now it's in. Yeah, for whatever reason, the metaphasic shield, I wonder if this doesn't activate until, like, yeah, no power is being deducted as I'm turning this off. Okay. Well, anyway, Science Lab is drawing power. We've got 4 energy left. Let's go ahead and we need 2 gel packs. We've only got the 1. So we're going to get 3 science per turn for a while until we get a second one of those gel packs. Do I upgrade engineering? Can I upgrade engineering? No, I need more duranium and more tritanium. Yeah. Okay. So we can't do it now. We are down to, yeah, there's a lot of resource management. Let's just go ahead and collect that. Fingers crossed. Nice. Okay, so we lost some extra due to that. We'll come back over here. Cargo bay is up and running. What resource do we assign? I'm thinking we're always, deuterium. I think we leave it on deuterium. And do we mine this out now or later? All right, leave for now. Let's clear more debris. That'll give us 30 duranium. Okay, ruined room ready to go. I'm thinking another cargo bay here. We also have 25 unhoused crew members. Our morale is sitting at plus 17 right now. So at some point I would like to house the people, but I think storage space is super important. All right, we'll do another cargo bay there. All right, cargo bay is up and running. What do we assign here? I'm thinking that geranium. That's going to be plus 50. Okay. And now we should be able to gather this and not worry about going over. All right, 62. We're up to 188. All right, a little bit longer, and we'll have this. Oh, look at that. And when this comes back, I'm seriously tempted to get some dilithium, because that is a rare resource. I would love some kind of ability to set a reminder for myself so that I could, like, come back here, like something pings, hey, you've got this trade that you wanted to do, kind of thing. All right, let's come up here. Captain, some crewmen got into a heated discussion over a current situation, which ultimately resulted in a fight breaking out. Tensions are high, and the last thing we need out here is to be at each other's throats. 22 crew got injured. Well, we have a sick bay. We're fine. I could activate the second one if I really need to. Deploy collector probes for a safer... let's go with that. Yeah. Nice. Okay. We're full up on that. I like to usually go like clockwise or counterclockwise, but in this case, I'm not going to worry about it too much. We're going to leave that for now. Go back to the ship. Let's go ahead and dig this out. Okay. We're down to 14 sick. Now, as you can see, we are still losing food, so we don't have enough hydroponics bays in order to continue. Just my goal is to be self-sustainable. I don't want to have to go after food every freaking 10 cycles. So like another large hydroponics bay should hopefully be enough. How about that trade thing? Collect. Okay, there we go. Then we'll trade. Oh, damn, we missed that. Okay, we'll dismiss that. Okay. We missed out on that dilithium. Speaking of which, do we have enough for this now? We do, barely. Let's go ahead and upgrade our warp core so that we can now support tier level 5. This also gives us more resources to collect. So let's go ahead and start doing that. I always go for the less risky option if I can help it. All right, 128. Deuterium's looking good, so we'll head down here. Although there's no more duranium in this system, in this particular solar system, so we're going to be done constructing fairly soon. I want to make sure that our stocks are full when we move forward. We'll go ahead and do that. Clear debris. We've got 161 science points. Let's go ahead and assign something. Shield generator level 2. Maybe overkill considering I now have that metaphasic shield room. Increase morale after winning a battle. Morale's pretty good right now, so I'm not going to worry too much. Reduce enemy shield penetration. So that's good. I don't want our subsystems going offline. So I'm going to go ahead and maybe research that. Yeah. And I haven't fired a single torpedo this entire playthrough, if you can believe it. Okay, so that's good for now. All right, life support active. Okay, so main engineering has now been upgraded. I can go to tier 5. If I do that, my deuterium per turn per cycle goes from 60 to 76. But now I'm at 400 energy. So I think I'm going to leave it at tier 4 until I build something that pushes me over. Speaking of building, do we go with another hydroponics bay? That's going to cost 3 power, 4 people. We're getting low on crew members. We've got 18 out of 153 up there. All right, let's go with food. trying to be self-sustained here. Oh, we got a Borg probe. Okay. Right now, Tuvok and Kess are busy. So I'll replace him with, I guess, shield hacking. All right, and then we'll hit start combat.
What are your orders, Captain?
All right, first of all, on the bottom left, I'm going to assign some power. So some of our... Let me pause. So our energy here, I don't have enough to power all of the disruptors. Or I don't know if that's phasers or disruptors right there. It's hard to tell. Maybe I'll go 3 and 3. And we'll tell our ship to attack the weapons.
Ability ready, Captain.
All right, let's see how this goes.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
All right, so it's hard to tell the difference between phasers and disruptors, but believe it or not, that is a disruptor. This rougher, jaggy-looking beam, that is a disruptor blast, whereas the smoother beams are phasers. So as you can see, we've already, with Kim's ability to shield hack and our disruptors, we've already knocked out his forward shield, and his front weapons are at 38. Just hit him hard, hit him fast. All right, let's go ahead and switch targets now. We'll aim for his other weapons there. Our shields are at 197, which is amazing.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
All right, yeah, without weapons, he can't do anything. All right, so we gained some tritanium, some deuterium, some tritanium, and we gained some morale. So that's good. Proceed. Not bad. Do we build anything here? Or just take that out? Hydroponics is built. Enter ship. So now we are over the limit. And as you can see, we have -3 on our batteries. So we have 40 cycles until our batteries run out. So now I think is the time to bump this up. And now we've got more battery. So we're good there. Now instead it's going to be 31 cycles until this deuterium runs out. So I may want to build more batteries. Just in case. There was a sector where I was forced to reduce my warp core to tier 2 and keep it there for the duration, which sucked because I had to turn off half of my ship to do it. But yeah, so I'm thinking batteries though would be nice because then I could like still operate normally for a while. All right. But I don't think I have batteries researched. I don't remember where they are. Field training. Combat, maybe? No. I know they're somewhere. I just don't know exactly. Oh, small battery compartment. Yeah. Maybe I start going after those. It's just there's so many choices. So many choices. Can I upgrade this science lab yet? I have 3 gel packs. Can I upgrade that science lab? I can. Let's do it. I got lucky. Okay. And we'll just kind of hang out here. Let this research get done. Rotate shield frequency is done. Let's move on to... Again, I could do this small battery compartment and start building some batteries just to have it for emergency purposes. Although this improved deuterium to energy conversion, I have to unlock tier 3 first. Let's go with this. Let's go with this. This battery. So I'd like to build a couple. Now this hydroponics, I am now making 125 food every 10 cycles, plus the 360 from the large one. Okay, well, hopefully that helps to stave off hunger. There's no food in this system, so I'm going to have to move on soon, unless I can trade for it. No new offers. Okay. I could build more hydroponics and try and do it that way. I can also switch to, I could do that. I can just as easily switch to premium replicator rations for a while, which draws on this deuterium. But there's no food, but there's a ton of this deuterium. So I can just have premium rations for a while. All right, that is now level 2, the science lab. So now I'm producing 4 science every turn. That's beautiful. And do we want to... Yeah, let's dig that out. No, actually, we're full up on duranium. I want to wait. Oh, decisions. Science lab, combat. We could do another phaser control room, but we don't have the energy to actually, like... We don't have the energy to power all of these systems. So I think we're good there. Some crew quarters, because why not? Now this -6 food is because we're producing gel packs. Gel packs needs both food and I think is it duranium or deuterium? One of the two. And that helps to make this bioneural gel pack. Let's see what the offer was for the trade real quick. 100 science. Oh no, I need the science. Sorry. No, science is like I prioritize that over anything. Yeah. Crew quarters is good to go. Can we do another one? We can do one there and one there. Nice, that's a nice fit. Small battery compartment is done. What do we want? Shuttle bay. Negotiation, I don't do a whole lot of that. More combat, maybe? Phaser control room level 2 makes my damage, makes my phaser hit harder. I can make my phasers penetrate an extra 10%, which, that doesn't seem all that great to me. Hull reinforcement. Now, increases energy threshold for the propulsion system in combat, but I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means, like, that's one less energy I have to assign to the thrusters for them to work, or if that means I can assign an additional power to the thrusters. Like, I'm not sure what that all entails. Let's head over to the signs here. Holographic ship projector. Got that during the Kazon, chapters, which went on fairly long, by the way. It just ended, and I decided the fate of Seska, of Jonas, who was the traitor, Maj Kala. Seska didn't die in my playthrough, so like I got to choose what to do with her. In fact, I could recruit her, but then Chakotay would leave the ship, so I had to pick between Chakotay and Seska. Obvious, I went with Chakotay because, you know, she's a freaking traitor. Can't trust her. See the amount of resources at a point of interest while scanning? Nah. Alright, so maybe we just stick to... all food rations additionally increase morale by +3 per cycle. Let's do that. Morale is a good thing. We'll keep our people happy. We'll finally teach Neelix how to cook good food. Crew quarters. Good to go. And do we... Yeah, we'll do one more. We'll do one more. How much is that? I'm curious now. How much is that battery compartment? It's just one space. That's it. So if I ever need to fill in like a little space somewhere, this is the go-to. But I'm still going to put crew over there. Just makes sense. And after this is built, our crew will be completely housed. Beautiful. Our food's going back up. Okay, almost maxed out. I think we can safely switch back to food now. Or no, we'll wait a little bit longer. Okay, for the first time in the 6-7 hours I've been playing, all of the crew finally have their own quarters. They're no longer sleeping in the hallways. That's funny. Okay. Alright, well, delicious meals has been researched. Let's go with... now. Increases morale by +6 per cycle, but reduces hull integrity by 30. That could be good if, like, you have an upgraded hull, but I haven't needed that. Oh, officers' quarters increases morale by 2 per cycle. Increases crew capacity by +6 emergency quarters. Now let's go back to combat, I think, and we'll focus our efforts here. Let's go with, oh, we don't, oh, let's wait 2 more turns. Or maybe, yeah, 1, 2. 1, 2. And then trade offer. Nope, don't need that. Shield penetration. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. We're running out of that duranium there. And we have nothing left to, like, dig out. Except for those 2 rooms. I think we're ready to move forward. Okay. Let's top off. Matter of survival. Our deuterium reserves are reaching critical levels. At our current consumption, we won't be able to keep our systems running much longer. So I can either collect... I can collect crew members... don't collect crew belongings. Yeah, that's not necessary. We're fine. I'm about to get more. Yeah, that's not... I've got plenty of deuterium. We're fine. Get the Bassard collectors up and running. We took a little bit of damage there. I'm going to have to assign someone to hull repair now. Alright, we are full up. We are full up. And with 23 cycles, I mean, yeah, let's go ahead and start moving forward here. I hate that we're losing that much deuterium per cycle. I feel like we need a larger pool. You will leave System 0 behind. Okay. We've reached our destination. No way. A pale green debris field of shattered Borg cubes and drone corpses. Who or what is capable of such an act? I'll tell you who. Species 8472. Let's go ahead and support optimism. We've just found our ticket through Borg space, an ally. I'm picking up bio readings. They're coming from the outer hull of a Borg cube. Yep, there they are. The hull of a Borg cube is covered in an unsettling organic mass. Is it friend or foe? Definitely organic, but our sensors cannot penetrate its surface. Space-dwelling organism, a biological weapon. I can try to hold it with a tractor beam. I could try to beam it over. I'll just try to contact it. Standard greeting. No response. Now, Lieutenant Nunez here is who takes over for Tuvok at Tactical whenever he's busy doing something or should he get killed. Let's go ahead and tractor beam it. I'm not going to try and beam it on board. No effect. Whatever that thing is, it's impervious to our technology. Assemble an away team. Top priority, extract nanoprobes for the doctor and get a short-range scan of the biomass. Okay. That's going to be a long way mission there. Recommended traits, quick-witted. All right, who is quick-witted? So Harry Kim. Unfortunately, as you know from the episode Scorpion, Harry Kim does take it on the chin and tendrils start coming. Yeah, it's a nasty episode. So he covers a lot of this science stuff. Let's go with Tuvok is busy. Damn it. Who do I want? Who's medical? I guess Tom Paris there. And then someone with a phaser. Chakotay is at 48 there. That's not terrible. Yeah, we'll go with Chakotay on that. Okay. Hundreds of dead drones. A few survivors, but they're harmless. How do we proceed with nanoprobe extraction? Well, this seems to be the safer way to go about doing it. Fake a biosignature in order to have the drone shed nanoprobes into a container. 65 required. We've got 66 science. We're going to gain 34 science for our trouble. I think that's a good one. Okay, beautiful. Most of the corridors leading to the biotic mass are blocked by debris. Well, we could double team this, or we could do that and hope, because I want that 16 science, so I might risk it. Of course, it never fails. Malfunctions due to the cube's interference. They stumble through unguided, sustaining slight injuries. Oh, that's not good. So he's taken an injury. Oh, great. Okay. I can rush the drones. This quick-witted would have been nice, except he's too injured to really do anything now. We'll just take the safer route, and we'll do that. Because the next one is either going to be medical... Oh, okay, let's do Chakotay here. Because the next one is going to be either medical or science, and medical is the only one that we have a hope in completing now, because Kim is pretty much out of it. We'll confirm. The team lowers their phasers and walks by the drones, who appear too damaged or too preoccupied. The team manages to get past them unscathed. Yeah, that's all we can do, because I don't want Harry Kim to die on me, so we'll do that. Okay, alright. The team forcefully opens the biomass. The inside is an unpleasant and strange. Their scans indicate an unknown alien spaceship. 500 food and 50 science. Oh, this is just awful. I guess this one, because that one's, yeah. We'll do this again. Let's just extract the Borg data node. Okay, all right. We rolled the dice. Using targeted phaser fire, the team carefully cuts a node out of the wall. A Borg battle logs must be on it. Noises are coming closer. Well, this is our last one, so we can double team this. Let's take the safest route. Because as much as I'd like to do the bottom one, I mean, that's just asking for it. So we'll do that and that. And there's no reward for this, but at least we won't take injuries or die or whatever horrible thing might happen. We'll confirm that. Nothing for this critical success. The team sprints to the beam out coordinates, but a massive creature appears, charging at them. It strikes, splashing or acidic goo all over them as they beam back to Voyager. Alright, so they've leveled up. We're going to have to heal Harry Kim, though. This bioship is powering up like it's charging some kind of weapon. Let's get out. Maximum work. Direct hit. Comes some kind of cutscene there would have been nice. Direct hit from the bioship. Shields are gone. Their firepower completely outmatched us. Minus 40 hull. Jumping into warp. It's not pursuing. Okay. That was close. Too close. The meditation session has ended prematurely. Not entirely voluntarily, I might add. So Kess is here. I had another vision. Vivid, horrible. Just in the moment we were attacked. I could hear its thoughts. The pilot of the bioship. They're a telepathic species. It's them we should be worried about, not the Borg. The weak will perish. Yep. At least we know whether it's friend or foe. Ah, Borg. Okay, well, I think we'll be okay here. He's back. Awesome.
What are your orders, Captain?
Same thing as before. We'll go after the weapons.
Protect the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Moving to attack the aft, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Those disruptors
Enemy
are
shields
great.
Destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
420 deuterium, 42 science points, and 10 morale. All right, before we answer this hail, I think we do well. I think we've already got someone assigned to the hall. Let's get our research going. We've got 234 science points. Let's go with... Oh, I have no idea. An upgraded biolab so that we can get gel packs faster? That might not be a bad thing. This holographic ship projector unlocks the Doctor's ability. This gives us more XP for heroes on away missions. Or do we unlock a new tier of research? Holodeck level 2. Crew quarters level 2. But if I'm going to upgrade anything, I'd rather like upgrade... we don't have enough for that. We have enough for that. We have enough for that. Workshop level 2 reduces crafting times. Unlocks the ability to craft photon torpedoes. I haven't fired a single one yet, so I don't know. Increases impulse engine flight speed while in a solar system? That could be useful. Let's do that. In case like we're out of power and we're limping from planet to planet, I think having that might be a good thing. All right. Answer this hail. I've analyzed the creature's residue on the uniforms. The results are concerning to say the least. It's composed of alien cells with a rather voracious appetite for organic matter. To put it bluntly, it's a bioweapon that devours its victims. Can we fight it? I'm afraid we can only avoid it. My attempts to heal infected tissue have so far proved ineffective. Okay, any approach I've tried, chemical, biological, technological, they're instantly rejected and destroyed by the cells. So that's why the Borg cannot assimilate them. Okay. So long story short, think about the risk of using Borg technology. I will think about the technical possibilities. Maybe the reprogram probes could be useful against the bioships we encountered. Okay. So he's going to be producing more nanoprobes. The Borg logs. Let's see. They're coming along. We'll have them cracked open in no time. Okay. I additionally require Borg biosamples to perfect the adaptive reprogramming. 6 should suffice. We can collect them from dead drones and the debris field. So we've unlocked some new Borg tech. Okay. Safety check on that 29th century tech done. The mobile emitter is good to go. 100% compatible with the Doctor, no damage. Mobile emitter unlocked in the science tech tree. Borg nanites unlocked in the Borg tech tree. Alright, so the Doctor can finally go on away missions. Now, this nebula scanning, I don't understand why there are nebulas, considering that, like, it's crazy that the nebula scanning is like a tier... Yeah, nebula scanning is a tier 5. I haven't been able to get to this yet. So the fact that I'm in a nebula, it's just... that at the beginning of the video I said some things aren't balanced right. Why is nebula scanning all the way down there? If I run out of resources, then what am I going to do? You know? Well, I guess we just have to rush these as quickly as possible. What about those nanoprobes? Do I have to craft them? Doesn't look like it. Alright, well, let's head here. There's a higher risk of collision. Okay. I guess we'll just do the one that has a better chance of success. Target suitable samples with scanners. It's 65% chance. Failure. -10 hull. Okay. I'm curious. Can we still go here and... Oh, so we can still go to these. We just can't, like, see what they are prior to going there. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and stock up on duranium anyway. Tangled Junkyard. Okay, let's go ahead and do the same thing. Oh, 70% chance with the tractor beam. Another failure. Yeah. Rolling natural ones constantly. So we need 6 of them, so I'm not sure exactly how to get the rest. Maybe they're in a different system. Let's do this one. Okay, nice. Okay, we're full up on that. So there is... Yeah, so we can head here. And I want to do that before we start running out of duranium, or deuterium. I don't want to blindly go from place to place in that nebula. Modified trajectory matrix. Okay. Let's go with the Borg nanites. Unlocks the ability to produce Borg nanites from deuterium and titanium in the biolaboratory. Yeah, might as well. Tractor beam, I guess. 70% chance. Finally, we got 2 samples out of that one. Alright, we need to refuel. Head up there. Oh, of course. Alright, come down here. Try again. Borg nanites have been researched. Awesome. Let's come back here. We've got 208 science, so let's go with hull reinforcement, maybe? Phaser control level 2. So far, our battles have been really good, so I'm not going to concentrate too heavily on that. How about some field training? That would have been better earlier, but... See the amount of resources at a point of interest while scanning. Biolab level 2. That might actually affect some dialogue options too, having an upgraded biolab. That may not be a bad idea. Oh, mobile emitter. Let's do that. I'm curious to see... Oh! Another outbreak. We're facing a significant metal emergency. This is something that happened to me before, and this is why I built that second sickbay. We're going to switch that on. And right now we've got Paris assigned to this biolab. I'm going to reassign him to... Kess is in hydroponics getting food for us. Actually, let's go with Kess on that, because I think we need these gel packs sooner rather than later. So Kess will be in the other sickbay managing things. So far, our food is looking really good right now. And each sickbay, they're both level 2. Each can hold 8. So we should get this knocked out fairly quickly. All right, that'll help. That'll help. Let's head here. We'll go with the tractor beam again. 80% chance. 2 samples secured. Great. Analyze combat logs in the science laboratory. I must have missed that one. Science lab. Working on the mobile emitter right now. We'll switch over to this damaged Borg combat logs. We'll do that. Now, I wonder if we have 2... No, okay, so it's either one or the other. Okay. One can't do one and the other one can't, because I have 2 labs. So you can't split them. Produce 1 Borg nanite in the bio laboratory. Okay. Nanites, look at that. Okay. That's a new resource I haven't seen before. Okay, so we'll do that. We are going to need more of that tritanium, though. And unfortunately for me, I don't see any. Well, let's just head here. Now, before I fill up, I want to get the most out of this. So I'm just going to let a couple of days pass. Now I'll fill up. Okay. So now I'm in a system with no deuterium in it. There's no reason to hang around here. So I have to progress the main story. Crap. Okay. There's some here. Oh, we can't go back. I could come back here, but I don't know where anything is. So I guess we kind of have to sit here until this biolab does its thing. 13 cycles remaining. So that's a problem. I need to find a way to reduce this somehow. Maybe I turn off... I need to lower the power requirement. I could do that. I'd have to find a way to turn off more power. Alright, so I'm at tier 3 right now. What would I turn off? Let's turn off one of our disruptors, and yeah, that's just, it's not going to matter. There's so much energy being used right now. Alright, never mind. I'll just have to hope that I can make it through. Unless there's a trade option that I'm missing. Actually, let's go ahead and trade for this. We will need that. Well, I mean, I guess we'll just have to hope we get lucky. We need places with deuterium. Damaged Borg combat logs are done. We spent too much time in this sector. Okay, so the longer we stay here, the more restless the crew gets. Ah, there we go. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and stock up here. Oh, of course. Of course. Okay. Well, let's head here. We're just biding time until we can get that Borg nanite produced. The mobile emitter has been researched. Great. Let's go with... I am curious. Let's go ahead and do the holographic ship projector. I just want to see what that does in combat. Just out of curiosity. We'll go ahead and research that. And I can't progress here. It's blocked by the main story. Well, we'll just have to continue. Okay, so this is... Yeah, let's go ahead and grab this, whatever this is. Alright, 43. Tritanium. Let's head here. I just have to hope that there's more deuterium in this system. More of that. Okay. I've analyzed the Borg logs. The Borg refers to this thing as Species 8472. Over the past 5 months, they've relentlessly attacked the Borg. Ask where they come from. The Northwest Passage is clear of Borg activity for a very good reason. This is where the bioships appear from. We have picked up signs of 133 bioships. That number keeps rising. Okay. I can hear them. They come from a place where they're alone. Nothing else lives there. Yeah, fluidic space. The weak will perish again and again. They intend to destroy everything. We're now prepared for all eventualities. All right. Skipping here. Okay, so defend yourself with logic. We cannot prevail against two enemies. Acknowledge his doubts. Exceptional circumstances. Let's go with that. The situation is unique. To our knowledge, the Borg have never been so threatened. I think we can take advantage of that. Even if the Borg agree, how long will they keep their end of the bargain? We should let them fight it out. In the meantime, there's still plenty of the Delta Quadrant to explore. We can find another way home. So we can either try to strike a deal with the Borg, or try to traverse Borg space on your own instead. So, in the series, in the show, Janeway did a deal with the Borg. And then when she got injured, Chakotay kind of like cut him off and then did his own thing. Let's try to strike a deal. Or we find ourselves back in the line of fire after Species 8472 gets through to the Borg. Yeah. I kind of agree with Chakotay. It is kind of wrong, but, you know. I'd like to tell you an old story. A scorpion was walking along a river, wondering how to get to the other side. Then he saw a fox. He asked the fox to take him across the river. The fox said, "No. If I do that, you'll sting me, and then I'll drown." The scorpion assured him that if he did that, they'd both drown. So the fox finally agreed, but halfway across the river, the scorpion stung him. The fox turned to the scorpion and said, "Why did you do that? Now you're drowned too." "I couldn't help it," said the scorpion. "It's my nature." He said the same thing in the show. I love it. Our story will end differently. Perhaps we are as naive as the fox, but I believe that even a scorpion can be reasoned with if there's enough incentive. Lieutenant Paris, get us to the nearest Borg vessel. Maybe we'll pick up some nice Borg tech along the way. Okay, so... I have to go back up here. Am I going to make it? I'm going to be running on fumes when I get up here. I'm tempted just to hang around here and find more deuterium. Ah, look at that. Beautiful. Please give me a good result. Of course you're not. Why would you? Why would you? One of these could be deuterium as well. I don't know. Alright, let's just go. Alright, the holographic ship projector has been completed. I would like to now maybe work on warp core efficiency. Let's go ahead and research this. Tier 3. We need better deuterium conversion here. It's just awful. You will leave system 1 and 2 behind. Yes. Captain, we've reached our destination. Orders. Well, continue. There's no reason to hang around. Borg planet ahead? Well, ain't that something? Enter the lion's den. A chilling green glow illuminates the faces of the crew. As the sight of a giant Borg planet fills the view screen, a sense of dread fills the bridge. However, the captain is determined to negotiate a safe passage. A vessel is approaching. They have locked onto us with a tractor beam. Let's hope they're in a mood to talk. Open a channel. We are the Borg. You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile. Borg vessel, this is Captain Catherine Janeway of the starship Voyager. I have tactical information about species 8472. I want to negotiate. Negotiation is irrelevant. You will be assimilated. We know you're in danger of being defeated. You cannot afford to risk losing this information. We'd rather self-destruct and destroy all of our knowledge than be assimilated. State your demands. Safe passage through your space. Once we're beyond Borg territory, I'll give you the research. Unacceptable. We require the technology now. If I give it to you now, you will assimilate us. Species 8472 must be stopped. Our survival is your survival. Give us the technology. No safe passage or no deal. State your proposal. We combine our resources. You're still going to need time to develop the technology once you've acquired it. Together we can create the weapon more quickly if you escort us through your space. A bioship has emerged. It is heading for the planet. 8 more bioships have appeared. Ooh. We've come to a halt, Captain. Looks like this is it. We have considered your proposal. Your terms are acceptable. We will send a representative to your ship. Designate an individual who will cooperate with them. I will choose... I don't want to risk anybody. I don't like the sound of that. Commander, assemble a security team and have them monitor the Borg representative. Yeah, I'm not risking anyone. Sorry. 3 Borg drones materialize on the bridge. Suspicion and unease fill the air as the crew struggles to accept the presence of their new allies. 7 of 9, tertiary adjunct of Unimatrix 01. You may call me 7 of 9. I speak for the Borg. You're proposing a large-scale weapon. We concur. All right. So, essentially, nanoprobes into photon torpedoes, turning them into biomolecular warheads. We propose a multi-kinetic neutron mine, 5 million isotone yield. An explosion of that size would impact an entire solar system. Correct. A 5 light-year radius to be exact. That's a lot of nanoprobes. Okay. Strict response. I think she would respond to that better than sarcasm. The Borg are losing. You don't want any further delay. You will work with what we give you. Okay. We should provide the Borg with a designated cargo bay to work in. Okay. Cargo bay 2. If a single drone steps 1 millimeter out of that cargo bay, I'll decompress the entire deck. Okay. And it looks like we just got ambushed by a Borg probe for some reason. I thought we had an alliance of some kind, but
Captain.
Hey, maybe we'll get some deuterium out of it.
Moving to attack the front, Captain.
The nice thing about combat is that I can replenish ship supplies this way.
Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Moving to attack the aft, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, 420 deuterium, 42 duranium, 100 morale. All right. Not bad. All right, it is auto-saving, and I think this is a good place to stop the video. I have a feeling this chapter may go on for a while. I'm not sure. Considering that we still have 1, 2, 3, we have 4 more of these to get through. Possibly 5. So, yeah, break time. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Take care.